Hello twin flames and welcome to your daily reading for Wednesday. I want to say a big thank you to all of you for being here, for liking, subscribing and just being a part of this family. It means more than you know. So I'm going to bring in 3 powerful decks today. I'm really feeling the message cards today for the readings. You know, the masculines really want to communicate to you in some way, shape or form what they're feeling. So we're going to bring in the divine masculine, the silence, and divine feminine, the silence. And I've used this deck earlier in the divine feminine reading, but we're going to go a bit deeper. I'm also going to bring in the almost tarot. This is one of my decks too. So thank you, angels. So what's the energy around the connection today from the masculine's point of view? What's the energy around the feminine from the masculine's point of view? What's happening here? And what's the energy around the divine masculine from the masculine's point of view? There we go. Okay, 2 cards coming off there. 3 cards on the top there. Powerful. So what's the energy around the connection from the divine feminine's point of view? There we go. The energy around, wow, I don't even have to say it. They just come out. Look at this for the feminine. So you've got a lot going on in your mind here. You know, if you're a feminine watching, you've got questions. And that's quite understandable and natural. So the energy around the masculine here, there we go. And then we've got the energy with the tarot around the connection. So what do we need to know? And the energy around the divine feminines and the energy, wow, look at that around the divine masculine. So remember, this is almost tarot. It's like tarot, but not quite. That's why it's almost. It's exciting. So the energy around the connection then, yeah, look at this. I've got angel bumps. The energy of the connection from the masculine's point of view is, I want to reach out and tell you how I feel. Now, they couldn't get it across any clearer. Every single reading that's coming through lately, there's something in there about communication. I will reach out to you, trust the journey and believe. And he's saying, I want to reach out. So he wants to reach out right now at this moment. Things may be in the way. It may be a karmic situation. It may be his own fear. It may be an addiction. It may be his insecurity. It may be a distraction, whatever it is. But he wants to, and that's what matters. I want to reach out and tell you how I feel. This is an indicator of what's to come. And you're saying, I hate being jealous. So there's this energy today around the feminine healing some form of jealousy, even if you may not be aware of that. And that could be because they seem to be talking to everyone but you. And I've been there. I know what it's like. I've been there with Catalyst. I've been there with George, where it seems like everyone is getting their attention but you. And you're like, why? What am I doing wrong? You're doing nothing wrong. In fact, you're doing everything right. He's holding himself back. He has so much passion inside for you. He's afraid he's going to mess it up. He wants to do it right. Sometimes the masculine hold themselves back because they're afraid that if they like your photo, or if they, do something out on Facebook or Instagram or social media, the whole world is going to know. Because he's in shock and he's like, why can't you see how I feel? Why don't you understand what you do to me? Can't you see? It's like he's very aware of his feelings, even if you're not aware of his feelings. And he wants it to be at the right time. He doesn't want to cause any pain or struggle or suffering to you, to himself, or to anyone involved. Addiction. There it is. I feel there's some addiction here. So I definitely feel that you are an addiction to your masculine, even if you don't feel that. You know that sometimes they can be an addiction to you. I've certainly been through that and had to heal that, where I was addicted to receiving communication. 1 message was never enough. 10 messages were never enough. I needed more. And that's a very greedy energy. That's something we have to heal. That's one of the 7 deadly sins. It's greed. We have to learn that we are enough. We don't need to receive constant communication or constant validation because it's always there anyway. It's within us. So we learn to heal that aspect of the addiction. And jealousy can be that too. We get jealous because everyone else seems to be having communication from them and we feel like we're missing out or, something isn't right. So we have to heal that and let go and believe and have faith and work on ourselves and know that we are enough and we are valuable and that we are the one. So the masculines also get very addicted to the divine feminine's light. They feel better when they're around you. They're more successful when they're around you. Have you noticed that? When you're in their life, it's like they can do anything. They can achieve anything, and sometimes that can make them a bit cocky until they heal that energy. Some of the masculines are also dealing with addictions, alcohol, drugs, something that is a distraction that they may be addicted to. And this is really interesting because I'm awaiting right now my brand new deck of cards, Divine Masculine Distraction Oracle. And that deals with all of this. And, they tried to post it through the door when I was on holiday and it still hasn't come yet. So once it comes, I'm going to be doing, a lot of readings with that because it connects with the distraction the masculine goes through and why they go through it, the addiction. So if they are dealing with something, say if they are deep diving, for example, they're actually going out and they're diving in the sea, they're seeking answers. There's things going on behind the scenes. So the masculine is saying to you, I'm dealing with all my fear and my anxiety, my addictions and everything toxic to me to be able to be with you. And it may be his addiction right now that's stopping him from reaching out. Maybe he's had too much to drink and he reaches out to you. Remember, drink is deadly and lethal. But when we have a drink, we also release our inhibition. So if the masculine has reached out to you when he's drunk, and then denied his feelings or gone back on his word because he's sober, remember, the truth comes out when those inhibitions and those walls and barriers are down. So let him heal what he's healing and deal with what he's dealing with. And sometimes the masculines say things as well when they're drinking or, they're in that energy they don't mean to do. So fear can create addiction. Fear, because in fear we want to get rid of that fear. So if the masculines are dealing with their own fears, their own insecurities, their own jealousy, their own issues, they may want to hide away from that and numb that pain and mask it with an addiction. So remember, everything happens for a reason, and whatever's going on, all paths lead home. Love this. All paths lead to you. So this is the home. This is you. This is union. Home isn't a place, it's a feeling. It's you. It's inside this connection. And there's all different pathways to union. There could be an addiction, there could be a karmic partner, there could be, something else going on, but all paths lead back to you. And that's what you're being reminded of today. So the masculine wants to reach out to you and tell you how he feels. So from the masculine point of view, we've got the differences between us scare me, but they excite me too. I'm accepting that. So maybe you're afraid of the differences between you. Okay, this could be an age gap. That's a big one in this connection. You may be the older one. They may be the older one. And they're afraid of what that means. If you're the older one, Divine Feminine, they get very afraid of being good enough for you because they see you as this beautiful light, but they see you as someone who's got it all going on. Someone who's strong, independent, seems to have it all together. And they feel very immature, when they are looking at you. And they're thinking, wow, why do you, this goddess want me, little old me? So he has to deal with that too. So it isn't the fact that he wants to be with people his own age or, he thinks you're too old or anything like that. He actually is in fear of being enough for you. And if it's the other way round, if he's the older one and you're the younger one, he's thinking, why do you want me? You've got your whole life to lead. You could be with anyone, go anywhere, do anything. Why do you want me? So it's the same thing here. And the differences can be in other ways. So if there's other differences between you, he's saying to you, it scares me, but it excites me too. I'm accepting everything here. I'm waiting until I feel better. So some of the masculines may be dealing with, again, this addiction energy where he wants to feel better before he reaches out to you, before he can make a commitment to you. Or maybe he's going through some kind of ascension, especially like a cold or flu-like symptom right now, anything connected with the nose, or he's just feeling a bit down. And he's saying to you, I'm not ignoring you, I'm working out what to say. And you're saying, look at this, from your perspective, Divine Feminine, you're saying when. Okay, when are you going to reach out? When? So there's this frustration around this. Looking at the clock thinking, okay, all the readings have been saying that he's going to reach out to me. He's going to message me. When? When are you going to do this? When? And he's answering you. He's saying, I'm waiting until I feel better. I'm accepting the differences between us and healing my own insecurity around that. I'm not ignoring you. I'm working out what to say. And I want to reach out and tell you how I feel. So this is a big message. If this is what's on your mind, Divine Feminine, you're realizing you have to let go of the when. and know it will happen at the right time, because something is building. Look at this, I've got angel bumps. He's growing up spiritually. He's growing up. He's saying, I'm growing up right now. I'm understanding what this connection is. I'm realizing my truth. I'm realizing I'm worthy. So you're being reminded, whether he is the older one or the younger one, that he is still growing up spiritually. He's not as spiritually mature as you are. So trust him to find his way to grow up in his own time, because that's building a solid foundation. So for the feminine, for the masculine, looking at the feminine, he's saying to you, my circumstances need to change before we can be together. So he's being very honest there. He's saying there's things that are stopping me right now from being with you, and I need to sort that out. And you're saying, why are you blocking me? Why are you blocking me? And he's saying, because my circumstances need to change. So whether he's blocking you on social media, or he's just pushing you away, or he's blocking you out, he knows he has to make changes. And you're saying, why are you blocking me? I just want to know you're okay. I hope you're okay, because you care. And he's saying, I'm okay. I'm just dealing with stuff. I love every inch of you. So you know that you love every single part of your twin, but it drives you around the bend, because you're saying, you drive me around the bends. How could you just walk away? So even though you love him, there's still those feelings there that cause pain, and that's what we heal. 1 minute we're okay and we're in love with our twin and we're feeling good about it, and then the next minute we're questioning everything, thinking why, and it's driving me around the bend. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me nuts here. I don't understand. How could you just walk away? And he's saying, I'm not ignoring you. I'm working out what to say. My circumstances need to change. And you're saying, I love you for who you are. So you're reminding the masculine that you don't want anything from him but him. You don't want money. You don't care about his lifestyle or his career or what job he has, or, what car he drives or what house he lives in. You want him for him. And you're saying, I'm not a crazy person, but you drive me round the bend. Our love, your love, my love, our love, it drives me round the bend. I'm not a crazy person. And this is what we go through on this journey as a divine feminine. I've certainly been there where I've felt that way, because, we want this love so much, and we're so loving and giving as a divine feminine. We have so much to give. We want to give it now. And that can make us act crazy and jealous and do silly things. So breathe. You're not crazy. You are just a woman or a guy in love, and you're waiting for your twin. It's okay. It's natural to feel these things. You're saying it's always been you because it's destiny. So you know it's meant to be. You know it's destiny. You know that it is. And we've got, wow. I've got angel bumps because I've just literally picked this up that way, and I thought, is this another divine masculine card? And this is for the divine feminine with the almost tarot, spiritual growth. Spiritual growth. So you're being shown, and there's no coincidences in this life, in this reading, in this school of life. Everything happens for a reason. It's no coincidence I've used the same deck when this card comes up. Even though this is the almost tarot and this is the divine masculine, the silence deck, same picture, the message is the same. The divine masculine is growing up spiritually, and you're aware of this. His circumstances need to change before you're together. That's why you're being shown again here, growing up, dealing with addiction, healing things, and, spiritual growth taking place. It's very powerful. Even now, I've lost the card. Where did it go? There it is. Spiritual growth, growing up, healing addictions, all these things happening to move you together. So your masculine is saying, I'm healing all my addictions, and the addictions can be karmic energies, things that no longer serve them. So when you're reading this energy, don't think, oh, well, he hasn't got an addiction. He isn't doing drugs. He isn't doing alcohol. He isn't doing all these things. But he may be addicted to his situation. His job can be an addiction. His karmic situation can be an addiction because it's a comfort zone, and he's afraid of making a change. He's afraid. It's fear. Fear makes us do crazy things. So don't be so quick to judge your twin or another's twin. Think, okay, why are they behaving that way? See it from a higher perspective. Isn't this interesting? What is he teaching me through this situation? What is he learning himself in that situation? What do I need to change within me? What does he need to change within him? And that makes so much more sense than just blaming and feeling in pain and struggle and going into doubt. Instead, become part of the solution instead of adding to the problem. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.